Breaking news, Elizabeth Warren is set to endorse Hillary Clinton. Now, she's not necessarily going to do it imminently, although I have read articles today that she will do it within this week, which would be imminent. The latest one from Reuters says that she'll do it within the next 2 weeks. And she has said, get ready, Donald, we're coming. Ooh, drums. That almost sounds like a running mate. But no, she means the Democratic Party united, that they're going to stomp on Donald. I love her attitude overall. I know that you were annoyed by this possible.
Super annoyed by this. Look, I'm annoyed for a lot of different reasons, right? First of all, I love Warren. I love almost every single one of her policies, especially when it comes to the financial industry. But let me just read you the first part of this Reuters piece that made me roll my eyes, okay? U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren will soon endorse presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton and, while not currently interested in serving as her running mate, has not ruled it out. That's what drives me crazy. Can we just please be sincere for once in our lives?
Right.
Like, let's be you want to be her running mate. Let's keep it real. You want to be her running mate. That's why you didn't endorse Bernie Sanders, although even considering the fact that his policies are in line with your policies. She's supposed to be a warrior for the banking industry or against the banking industry. So why wouldn't you endorse Bernie Sanders unless you thought Hillary Clinton had a better chance of winning the nomination and you want to be her running mate? Just keep it real.
So I don't mind her now coming out saying, look, the pledged delegates is clear, the super delegates are clear, I'm going to endorse Hillary Clinton. I don't think that's even controversial. I minded a lot more that she didn't endorse Bernie Sanders earlier when he needed her. In Massachusetts, where he barely lost, but with her endorsement, he could have won. He might have even won Iowa because he just lost it by a scotch, 0.2%. With Elizabeth Warren, that could have given him more credibility, et cetera, to put him over the top. So that was the decision point, and I think she made the wrong decision there. But now, at this late juncture, I don't mind her endorsing Hillary Clinton at all. I don't mind her being her VP. I think, in fact, Hillary Clinton would be nuts not to pick Elizabeth Warren as her VP.
And that's another part of it that actually does rub me the wrong way. Hillary Clinton is going to use is the right word in this context, use Warren to push this notion that, hey, I have this progressive running mate. See, I want to reach out to those Sanders supporters, right? Yep. And hopefully Sanders supporters are smart enough to understand that the vice president really has no power and really has no influence. Let's keep that real too, okay?
So now the vice president would be close to the president. Now, in recent history, the vice president has been a lot more influential, at least in having a voice in the administration. No real power, but she gets to talk to the president.
Yeah.
And that could influence her. Obviously, Dick Cheney, an enormous influence on George W. Bush. Joe Biden, a show influence, a little influence on Obama. But what I had warned Warren about earlier, as if I'm talking to her, but I warned her on air, is that they're going to humor you.
That's exactly right, and it really bothers me.
And so just because the last couple of presidents have heard out their vice presidents doesn't mean this president has to. She has no obligation. You're not going to get Hillary Clinton to change her position on banking. You're just not going to be able to do it. She's taken too much money. She's too wedded to those positions. She's had those positions for way too long. It's ingrained in her identity.
Right.
If Elizabeth Warren thinks, well, I can convince her over lunch, you're not playing her, she's playing you. Now, having said that, I still like a progressive close to the president. I'd still rather have a progressive vice president than a conservative or a moderate or a corporatist vice president. So I'd still rather have it be Warren. The only reason why I might not want it to be Warren is to reserve her for a primary run against Hillary Clinton in 2020. And that might be the ultimate reason why Hillary Clinton does pick her to be her VP, to eliminate that possibility.
Well, now I realize that a primary run against Clinton wasn't even in her mind, right? And what I'm more concerned about is what this will do to Elizabeth Warren's chances of becoming president in the future. Like, I guess there could be an argument that it helps her chances, but I don't think it necessarily helps her chances with progressives, right? Especially, I mean, look, it all really depends on how Clinton's administration plays out. But if Clinton's administration plays out the way we're expecting it to, I don't think that it's going to bode well for Senator Warren.
It is super hard to tell because on the one hand, she might be able to influence the most powerful person on earth, the President of the United States, to become more progressive. Even if it's slight, it's still a great improvement. On the other hand, it could neuter her voice and not allow her to speak out against corporatist establishment policies because she's literally on the same team as Hillary Clinton. So it could go either way. It is a dangerous game that's being played here. But either way, whether she's a VP or not, Elizabeth Warren is set to endorse Hillary Clinton.